deep breaths. Okay, I think I'm ready. The next in the series of one of the toughest Game Boy games so far is the North American exclusive title Skate or Die Tour de Thrash. Bad and Rad was so brutal, I'm still suffering from psychosomatic grazed knees. What was a nightmare of a platformer is given a kind of sequel here. I say kind of because apart from skateboards, this one is totally different. There are two modes. Retro Rocket Ramp is a half-pipe, similar to the one in California Games that you have to pull tricks off of. You get 3 minutes to do as many stunts as you can. This mode sucks really hard, it doesn't work properly at all. You repeatedly tap A and a direction to speed up and down move you to the skater's left and right as you'd expect. Press B just before you launch, then hit some directions in the air. Whether or not you pull off any tricks seems entirely random. It seems to only be influenced by the direction you hit, but still it's apparently hit and miss. Sometimes it grinds on the lip of the slope, other times it does a mid-air spin that sometimes lands, sometimes not. I'm not convinced there's any way to choose what you do or whether you pull it off, stuff just either happens or it doesn't. Bail 3 times and your dude smashes his board in 2. Should have just done that in the first place. Stale Fish Tour is a race against the clock down a really long half-pipe, avoiding a series of barriers by jumping over them with A or by dodging round either side. You can use the sides of the half-pipe to clear lower ones. Increase and decrease your speed with up and down respectively. You can duck using B, but there's no reason for it. It doesn't speed you up, nor is there ever anything to duck under. I would have much preferred to have B speed you up by crouching rather than having to hold up and still be expected to steer left and right. Seems simple to me that that's how it should have been done, but hey. Speaking of the controls, they're so slippery anyway. I know you're essentially stood on a piece of plywood with wheels, but the majority of the challenge in this mode comes from how hard it is to maneuver. You get so little time to react to things sometimes that if you're heading towards it, you're more than likely hitting it. Go too far up the sides and you'll fly off too. Each time you bail, not only do you have to accelerate again, but you get 3 seconds subtracted off your timer. There are 7 stages, with varied locales such as the obvious Los Angeles to Chernobyl, Baghdad, and Atlantis. There's little difference except the backgrounds, the obstacles are the same, just in a different order and more frequent as you get further. You get a password after each level, and also a really irritating skater dude. I'd never get sick of punching his stupid teeth down his throat if he were real, giving you some unintelligible chat about each stage that I just skip through because I'm clearly not cool enough to translate. You can race alone or against an AI, but this is no fun as the AI seems hell-bent on knocking you off rather than racing. Screw that guy. The game does shine with the way it looks. In the half-pipe mode, the bail animations are pretty funny. If you try to trick over the middle spike but fail, your guy gets impaled on it, board flying in all directions. The 3D effect of the downhill racing mode looks good and is pretty smooth. It even sounds alright. What a shame that the gameplay is such a major letdown. This is the game that ended the Skate or Die series, and to use skateboarding parlance, is pretty bogus, man. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternatively, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.